senka anko yi se Ghana lose yanko no kwa otuado ene ye beble mu.
Football is way too complex to blame it on this or that person. Like I also said, when we would have lost, then I know it. Then it would be me because of me. When we win, it's because of somebody else, maybe. But the truth is, it's everything is linked up. You know, it's the players, it's the spectators, it's the media, it's me. It's it's very very complex sometimes, and some players are going through difficult times in their life. You know, it's so complex. I want to also say big congratulations for the greenkeepers, for the grass was much better than the other days before. And I know for you maybe it's not that important, but I know that for the players very important, and it was wet, so it's much better to play. Big up for the greenkeepers for the work they have been doing very well. And so it's a lot of things. It's not only technical team, but also surely the new members of the technical team, they also have the part. This is for sure.
Any someone Otuado enra post-match no or the two Ghana winning game no every say table no ya say move echo top 2 points clear. Team now arrive ewo Morocco anyame adoma Monday yekobo Madagascar game no. Pepe enra Black Stars any coach in semia or the atujay.
Abusam dasi na Otuado me ya me ready mo ma me pechan is me tie no because apart from surely no me ya me ntebe
ade wo mie nanum ana sound no from
no sound ni for my ne bro for no cause on typical English person eti ya nkasa no me nti the person nti se nkofo ti no mo twera a me ready am pechan o kasa no
wa nti do kai
aha de wo ready na eno ana me gina so de ono kind dem ti I surely
na surely do go ade otelo
me sure so ori o pass abo mo mu tie nyina ati e beti surely ana me hu ba bi o build na 7 free na ye lusu de ye ono a na ye wini na the credit akoma obi now the last time we try and me wini match da bay na the credit ma hwan
o se we amanfo no mo nyina aboa but ye lose yankodo nko ana mbaboni
and I'm say the last time we wini match a ye the credit akoma obi da bay na we coach na lose match abese ye the credit ye di blame na ma hwan say ye ko bo game na ye lose na ye di blame na ma hwan when no man be from rich man be from the baby money abra moto na say Ghana she Ghana ye be she wi amoma say bibi Otuado just oya there
oh yes
so let's Debbie abuzapani 5-0 be easy 5-0 be easy ubi phone lines let me tie ankwesi obiye no a obetima gina ball eso akasa ya fe Ghana football na ye BLACKSTARS ayi
na say we see na say no oblemu ayi hatchful do na watare se ba wose papa na nyaade eno de na ni America obi koka Otuado asem dia
ya na ye ball no more politicizing the ja president dia chire bebrebe I know where Nkesi is coming from no problem but ye ntimi ntra ha ye de aduma na ye no e soronko I will not come and sit here and all of a sudden tell Ghanaians that BLACKSTARS is back because we are Chad. Team now only one player.
5-0.
Only one player. If 5-0 ni free. One player per and abona team ni bida. Omo team no mo dey balance confirm so mo ma. One player per and abona goalkeeper no them the first timer. All national team jersey. Ejina Park so 9 other players. 9 other players. Yeah, omo ka goalkeeper no. It is the first time omo share national team jersey bobo. Please obianka sa BLACKSTARS nyaade to oka 5-0 my yade but enu nti me experience am wo adwuma we mu no me metra sa BLACKSTARS is ayeye na me ba ayi Mikael kura be he one game akase BLACKSTARS ayi because BLACKSTARS ase Chad 5 now mon joining na yenko into the discussions proper uzapanyi za de na ye omo ye nanye omo ya na mangofo kura dwa ayenka kanka process na BLACKSTARS jamia Monday no akwhye Madagascar 2-0. The next game, Ebono, a Central African Republic, near Shano, near Shamali. Everybody will know the BLACKSTARS is getting back to where they used to be. Yes. But you don't base your analysis on BLACKSTARS as a Chad. Mr. Chad, what do you want? Top 5 teams from the various Division 1 leagues, Obia Chad, not less than 4-0. The top 5 teams in the various Division 1 zones, Obia, my boy, no way team. Let's go into it. Nana mame goals ne bi na memfa nyɛ analysis na nipa entiase abusa panyi wo de wa adwene fa game we honko a na wanhwe na akosia opponent or formidable a you will be found wanting and na me person ke share team say no yetimi establish the kind of football a otu ado pese yebo ebia untimi nkoye sa une Senegal ba ana la Cote d'Ivoire but ebia game we there you could settle into a certain game plan and then try as much as possible say oh ye bibi mesra mo Steve o munyina mo hwa de ma me say ye division 3 na ko nkora na ebo no obi panyi ba bie no be bokona
defenders 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8
a match any bre pedro baby a ebia Ghana hia 5 goals and say qualify Kamali for no mo makar ko akoye protest ebia first game ni abo kan ko kire won wade obi da for mon joining e page na so you come and appreciate as Salisu did not jump
I would say yalo yeah.
I'm so penny at this level of football and Monday born one Madagascar no say NC wo ti asem ne ya kan obi anga say Ghana she 5 na ye obi a e yo ya say dey Ghana she 5 na ye Ghana ni na ye ya say dey but nyame adoma ye ne Madagascar game ni e bon Monday na penny situation we bi mba park na so see e be peda corner kick players ni nyina gina ho na Salisu did not even he didn't have to jump the only effort oya na say all directing it dey pose no na ball na Tottenham mebo
yes
it was you say nyame adom na ye ne Madagascar e bo Monday a say na Madagascar for bo na say no mo ba we mo 0 Madagascar 10 eno kwan guide wo ma hu say it is not the same approach na Madagascar for the beja mame the other goal we unya Semenyo unya Niama goals ni nyina e wa hanti ati for Johnny e betimi analyze e dey achom so observe this situation will not happen on Monday in the game see Monday so we Salisu na person pem corner sha e say o dash na ujira won asana for boko na dey omo ya o fase no ba na pan ne wa pem ase na nya so ujira ha na uye otiri say ya na bo na ba na wa say na dey abo ase division 3 ne bon Ghana no onkra ni nya ma won chegu
but ya who teams are kesian so ago bi say itimi to mu
ti say den
like KBM omo nye enhwe so bi hu apan na obi dia so omo
it use omo nhwe so we consistent from your starting here no ya ne Central African Republic e ball 4-3 wa ha look at this Inaki go observe ball no oh Abrante so sorry
Abrante was the camera
nana okay so there are many angles that you can give us and I'm inside this and from nana
go no back be meji offside
Inaki dia na
meji offside
se ball na ya ball na with Central African Republic no ye dia no nko a she trim say sa na be ye eti ye kwa bɔ no saa o ye kwa ye kwa show mo saa ye be wie ni nyina ye esu especially o mo madwom so obi mpa BLACKSTARS na se mo na pa BLACKSTARS because BLACKSTARS she child 5 eti ese ke ba yi ni nyina ye tonwom ni asore gina table yi so ni ye de yense bro so because BLACKSTARS she child 5 no ye nya saa ye be twa adwena ji se group no e match wo pa na ba this is the how many times now ubenya this situation now the Zuma arrives in the box and 2 players now there is nobody around him. How many times now ubenya in a competitive game and kofono mo bono ye serious mo bobo unya na sa enti ye ni age obi e bo utado abaso obi e bo BLACKSTARS abaso ye 5 but abuso panyi eno nkyere se ye BLACKSTARS na omo sa afedi all of a sudden sa BLACKSTARS no ayeye da be ayeye da be not just the second half born and say I'm to party ya born na hwe ni na 90 minutes party near about there near build up here and I'm saying
they score
because you are playing a very weak team when you want to score you will score and as you decide this man predict minimum of 5 and maximum of 12 before the game man can see answer over 5 because minimum go for the yard it even though BLACKSTARS no so yard here obetimi ahye but me say no obi encourage so obi say the ball no pa the far it here build up near through the middle you build it through Pate now there was a spine maybe a focus and I said no you strength to build it on the left side of the attack. Intina, you build up no, you feel left side of attack. And also there be you build up no, the right side of attack. Somebody should, because game baby. The excitement of winning 5-0 is there. I'm sure, sir, Steve ne Raf, near or Baba when Yeshel to 8. And ultimately first ball, not the scoreline alone. The type of football we played that day, ultimately fan compare with. And you know, be on match 5 and kaka crampai bona omako no mako share so much Madagascar 1-0 Paul Habs of a huge scoreline Jewy.
Yeah.
If we beat Madagascar by a long goal, game no Basu Morocco. Ya kwashe 1-0 crowd Habs of a huge scoreline a chain Chad because Chad there eventually obi away a group no be abesha Chad. All the teams
will be a hazard.
And you have 5 games. Only point.
Yeah.
You have 10 about 5. Chad ain't winning game ni be. They will lose all the 5 games, you know. So attack away on that Rav a busa for say akoye penalty pa busa penny. Busa ho say at a akoye kra there. Ka goalkeeper na che the ball no. Ai inaki go no. And why say the goalkeeper na na keeper na twe no so ball no ko to. I'm saying say a good say Ghana etiminya sa win. But observe me expected to say a group no teams are can here Central African Republic. You didn't ball 4-3 baba ya Asian 4-3 wa. Yes. Yes, Madagascar 1-0 ewa. Ti yabeko Central African Republic. Yabeko Madagascar. Na yene Mali abo wa ha. Ni akwa Chad na Comoros so aba ha. None of those games end up Japan. Ebedru we mu fan MASA bio. And we are competitive games are yababa team fifre where you need somebody on the bench to come up with certain tactics. Obet my ridiculous game my BB na the score line aba and no be and abuzabanyi ye be hia no. Enya match we bia. Enya match we bia keeper no me say agwango. Aje for mo join obosi zaki ball na ye ba be show mo na he. Etito mo na abuzabanyi. Ega kwani ball a scissor kick. Or scissor kick na yi ball na free so say ko ye dey you. I want the box to move. What the fuck? What the we are going to man club. In terms of penny with all due respect to the Black Stars, the technical team will be I'm not taking the credit away from them. They have scored, but as an analyst, me name opponents na ka we group no. Na busa penny entino. Oh yeah, Black Stars coach player. Oh yeah man show say Mali HNG coach Tom Senfeld Bafa team no. Wako Comoros ni ko luzu akwa mo 3 oh. Mali for no ko we need 3. Makacho say Tom Senfeld akache Malians say Ghana 3 points ye beji free o mo nsem no nkoana. Emo mo nko work up they should forget because say 3 points no ba sa beji. E Ghana had their mom. To mo make sure say other games in the group no. Omo drop points. No mo time bo na drew say omo she Ghana omo qualifier. Omo nya sa match na no. Okoshe Comoros 3 emphatic scoreline. Yeri Comoros lose 1-0. Do this analysis and stop the overexcitement. Hey, we crown this. Hey, you go for na huni lack intina na blasta anshana. Hey, President Mahama buy na. Hey, what is arguing show trimpe analysis bi obi baby ano. Oba for say ni bakro mpo obi asem. Black Stars asano masana it goes beyond Mahama. It goes beyond na Akufo-Addo. Ye no free utrim. Man no show trim na tia analysis na no afa ne say eh ne mo mpe Mahama asem Blaster asano e fa Mahama ho be Blaster no asan e fa Akufo-Addo ho be what is say your matches ne boy ne lose ye ni Niger ne ade no abza panyina ye de play ye de mbo trotro ne do mako nya charter flight na Otuado ka asem bi Otuado say pitch no so e boy pa nti se de ne e boso
Yeah.
Sasa mo Otuado ya na me ya say Steve Omom ko nja mu timi kan kire no ye call Angola no ye nya a very good pitch. What was the score line? Ye ni Niger ni ya mo Morocco. Ghana Niger ye bobo no ye buzaban. In fact the best pitch e ball so e wo qualifiers MZ ni Sudan de na Sudan for the ball no to form boy ya share no. And ye there o. Dem be on the side na shiri trim and baba ya pitch no into e there. ya she 5 nti akra pitch na ye
nti wonka ho ye no qualify
akra pitch na ye again ma men ka we na Steve Omomram enra na ya so de da form on kran ho pa you know your friend say say eso mo matches no kwa on kran ho I kuma se for na mo so mo bit ma qualify for World Cup now omo team na bro say say na na ma BLACKSTARS ne nche omunya botre wate na Ghana ye ni komo Chad ne boy no ya Chad for me say eno me kokoye research na one player per number 4 yi per any player was apanyi
Egypt 6-1 ye bo no
omo other games no abobi obi a waka bia afa no okobo because enkofo ba ko so mbofu ye mo msika akra omo president no unim ni suban emfa on class ade omo withdraw omo na qualifies on bebo Cup of Nations qualifies o si mi enya ska mfa nko no wajai e wo mo so agu entiru mesre Ghana for ubetima agye wani se no agye ye ni besi sabri ya da so gye ni Chad win no emfa 5 emfa 6 emfa 12 ne emfa 13 ne fa Chad ni no boy ni game ni e boy no look at this game e boy yi and use that for your analysis man you so any ashe 5 to say ashe Morocco 5 ni ashe Morocco 5 asa Ghana for nyina ni agye a ese oja mo mo wani si ashe Ivory Coast 4 says ye nyina agye ni but we played a Chad team of Japan uko media no so nkofo say Chad abuse because nkofo no abuse o
Pepe but as Mactonto e wo Colorado Denver also with issue no de mo yeda say justice for Nanapoli Dominic Japan Pepe nano no bi se me misa say courts and sem no person o mun ti bi free ho yes Pepe henceforth Otuado aka Shirley Ibrahim Misbe no so anyway Abba so Enra Ghana emphatic win and the BLACKSTARS back
they can't be back
with a 5-0 win their first win in 7 games
for credit mom my idea Otuado AKP and the unbeaten record in intact or World Cup qualifying round until you give credit to them. Now after 6 games before this game now I'm performing poorly. You criticize them for winning this game. I'll give their credit to them. Now we will come down to the game, the tactics and the stuff. Until I would hear now feel ourselves here Ghana we need yes and you no the whole kosher game no ocean. That is not what we look for. Until if we are pointing out things as analysts, you may disagree, but Obiane near question. We don't watch the football like you watch it for its excitement's sake. There are things to wait. A of interest to you, but a of interest to us. Inti yes, honey, canon say yes, see. Of course, this is a game. Lead up to the game, a game we should be scoring in the margin of a cricket scoreline. Name put the predicted 12-0. Ne, while crack can be say match with the anchor from 80 corner. But BLACKSTARS here, there because they should start on a good note. Say in the first 20 minutes, was it team to unsettle them? And yes, I will grow in confidence. But Abusia, Yemfa no crank cancer. Yes, she team, and we mu dear. Woman who papa. Me bachelor 2 instances a chess woman who a penalty na gentleman who could travel. Say at this level,
a professional footballer.
May I shop as a carpenter Navy qua on the cranny Okutane, you know, your friend say, oh, a debut mudi pinch bar near Yemze Aquana on the Ukra. Then another master near Juma. Mean be fair to him. This stage of football career, na penalty box. We want to catch us say yes, slide it from be behind Zawuko Ibo. I was here.
Baby, James said, "Well, I'm for the ball."
Fire in the bra penalty back on close up in the bra.
Was that pass who channel? Every the ref is in a box.
Now, so where the crow with the China call where captain. Woman, papa, oh, my time. Woman, so brutal. Nana ya Mr. my penalty no dear close up na get to manitra where we ye crunch. It is always saying Yanwamaya. Now they share penalty.
Penalty near
no, you try, baby, you try. Aha, I don't know. I don't hear pay. So abusia, first of all, Mami commended the FA decision to even use the yellow kits. No, abusia fe pa. Omonta de na fe pa.
Yellow kids is a man for kasa.
Ya can say we na traditional Ghana. Yeah, aye.
Back to the gold.
Into any other color be abetima barbe can we know, but the yellow kits no abusia efe. And one thing that many Jim about the BLACKSTARS was, I think, the fit go. The Nesnuama a share. I was here, play, no, occupying space. So, obeying the opportunity to score now. A idea many Jim ye pa. The interplay of switching passes in this idea. Many Jim ye pa. But once again, I was here, build up the mechanism be say, we need our players, especially Mohamed Kudus, to be tactically disciplined. Say, on respect. You see, say, Kudus Benya, the feel good factor of Ghanaians, I don't know, in 2022 when at the World Cup stage or yeah, in Yemen. But I'm say, when Timmy
yes,
I said, when Timmy managing here, you see, why I buy some way and didn't say, or force you, BB. Or hear the basis. Now results never. Andre, you hear the basis, never. Stephen Apia, Michael Listen, they do the basis. Now, the neighbor, but could do no crab on now. A come here, say, yes, just a own. But at West Ham, on yes, sir. And then make us say tactically, this gentleman is
one more class football.
Yes, on your discipline.
Over do Chroma or your king.
Yes, I wasn't impressed. Then I was here for the first time. 3 attackers now on the field, which is also a plus and positive. I am from my team. We want some near so we commendation in Yadebama team. No, they did very well on the day. Omotiminya win because na baby omujina na ye critical say yentimi anshe charge there wouldn't be any need
so they were always going to be
yes yentimi anshe omo there because we had the aggressiveness Niger for no dey buy football intelligence omo exhibit omo share no we mu dey ne da fom say team omo nya dey say betem enti charge no ntimi nye yastic edebe measure Ghana BLACKSTARS because ye tipens why so omo na ye no omo hia na say ye bobo no na eben omo level na then we can say we are almost there but Chad dey ebusia ye ja coach Watara ne has a boss amacha I think say they could have managed a win in that game bibia ni wo ebe no omo striker no bo bi beto nanim so wa gon so ye deal sa two time
aso akwa bi alo ogira center second next year who shoot to do.
I'm say comedians from the bar because gentleman in your board no house. Say striker pa and the boy amount. Either so be holding on to play and I say over try so be the right position no about ball. I was here I know how go on 3 separate occasions. And then another positive the Bema Blaster I had the fact that the coach kept faith in the local goalkeeper. Only had the chance to train with them for a long time, an opportunity. But me before the game, I can say, my choice of goalkeeper will not be Asari or Wallacott, or Atizigi, but rather Meko for Wallacott on that post. Otoado I can't sing be. Na seni enti a wishi obi kwasi ara no pa no obo obi ani so ana papa a wo kwa so. Eya busame me ndan nwumre di ni see. The coach after the game say Benjamin Asai did well. He performed better than the rest at training. So I would want to believe he said
performance at training.
And after a competitive game, the performance at training didn't drop it. Therefore, he will continue to be imposed.
Because we want drop.
And my aunt say not child of way you don't so much about the bridge and intimidate them. And in fact,
training on before Monday game no be a perform better than him. And ain't me.
Tuado. What's some no can and I made a mefa. May you see a same impet. I am a person me tidia won't say. Nia oka ye no. Na ma faso. Na ya just oppose us against with decision bia obeteki. I say two ne fra brochire ba eni nyina omo for business class serve mpacho pay the average ticket price for business class free Europe ade ba Ghana ne boarding pa ubetime nya na around 30,000 ho baby in and out once we've settled on Benjamin Asari, no matter the opponent we should stick with him.
Debbie, and the men on Yaji.
Because
the performance are training and the man will keep in post. On Bessa training bill. On one land the war, Morocco. And you never find saying you may training, on bay training. As I went to me, I'm perform better than Omunia or better than
Asari better post in Abusia one concede. Kocheke atezigi. The last match is now about. But Asari, you know, he wasn't tested. Abusia mimi dia makame dia about Asari. Mimi njini.
Okay.
You be able to keep your power mimi njini. Because the element of goalkeeping, me the judge goalkeeper na Asari nibi. Onibi. Inti coach the decision now take Asari 11 yi say one changing juku ne Salis wa on changing goalkeeper no. Because you have a goalkeeper for your national team. Since yi ja hoto Brahma dia abetonte omuko fa ba kubi be shem wan antentam. So we are still searching for goalkeeper you betimi trusting in goal post and yenya be in atizigi in oforiba amfa. So say Benjamin Asari aba na watimi adem nipa na wo obo nyina em say Olympics na onya close to that number. So abusia we dey ye dey so de na dem no wan consider no say o perform better wo training me nya sure say 2 nights na e differentiate or more travel time in the next game 3 nights na abusia ebe ma Asari abaye bad and I say poor at training tie be yin free. So I will just take the manager for his word, and I'm hoping so on Monday against Madagascar, Morocco, no, he will keep faith with Asari Impo because goalkeeping, and as a goalkeeper, on department, and yadi yes, son, sir, intermediate, senior house of goalkeeper, and I idea or the natum, on final two matches na can no man and that.
Matches na kano.
Me personally, I will never choose.
But I see a higher command 87.9 from the weekend edition of Akoma Sports Nana Ugusho, which is Seraph. And now Black Stars 5-0 against against Chad.
1.
No, my coffee or more Sudan listen again. The first half number the 0-0. Yes, champion James Mayela was happy. I don't know.
You establish the fact that in recent times, Black Stars have struggled even against very weak, average opponents. You establish the fact that this particular Black Stars team send more than more a year saying Black Stars share almost struggle. That is the first thing we know. You bet me as I can say. The entire going into this game, not game way about a game as a na ye analyzing anka and say basa any because Black Stars has been poor in recent times. In tema game ordinarily any game no a looky say a game. Now, so Black Stars a both game against Chad, irrespective of Chad situation or home. Say players no it's almost and yet the normal teams and all that. At least so Black Stars board game no a convincing winner. The a say a raising morale, a raising confidence, a boosty omo, a more munya self-belief na ayirano. Intinami pesa Black Stars and winning this particular game said that self-belief, confidence, morale na ayirano. A bit me about back. And I think that we now a very good game for us. A best service process here me kanina. Nenso. So opesa we a critical analysis of the game. Obejia to say Chad for opposition of the man Black Stars enye anything na ubetumi agina so and make a statement akasa Black Stars is back. And that is why I am surprised that political element a use game way and leverage on it. Now man for the Akikan Sembi and all that. So unim the opposition of Black Stars enya oma failing in recent times against Central African Republic, against Madagascar, against Angola. Clubs teams are ordinarily nan Kenya oma fair any Black Stars. Now as the Black Stars not descending so low, so omu looking like decent opponent against us. So Chad opposition, you know, for me, and yet anything I will bet me a gina so they are yet a very critical analysis, a bold statement, Black Stars. But that is why.
But your video now I ready for the benefit of viewers, you know. Almost strike no your penalty box no more. Oh dear, ba yina be hu ani. Eti ball ni. Ya kura ni try nti na gas ya beje penalty. Na gama ni na ho din nyina. Oh dear, incident any.
Video we buy the wa ko dia ba.
Say your video. BBC your park is we have it. BBC your park is. Oh dear. So say ham ya ball.
Na ball do obo afa.
Oh share.
Okay, so
but the reference aje fa utia omo. Me were a Ghanaian player now.
The ball boy there was no direction. No. And I was talking about. But just to say.
Yes,
offer the opposition chart of it. Now, original so make any statement. That's a ball on the ball as unim bomb. Now, Otuado offer SAS chart game we now the original so now yeah. Or the original so yes Otuado you cannot use this game to determine say Otuado any tactics right. Any game a boy. If a person or analyze it from a tactical point of view, it's difficult to find clear identity being a boy. Yeah. That is why game a boy.
Second half, no boy is not play to the pattern.
No, unforget your pattern. Ball our boy, you have only one decent midfielder in the game. Omo making na your attackers because opponent in here so weak into. Ultimately afford a parody. I mean, a lineup full of attackers because you know very well it's a midfield, you know. And yet they are even one decent midfielder able to me dominated the Chadians. But ya can say ni akase. Only because of this particular victory, and then who pictures say omo arrive in Morocco, no, you realize raising a certain level of confidence anymore, and they are good for omo. In fact, here sa weak opponent way. Say the bear ye debate me. That is why we always share games. I was low profile, medium profile, and high profile. We have low profile games. So yeah, a very resistant. Number one, ya sa GDN say at least you can be back, and then you wait me a winner. But you know, yeah, I seen Samoa 7 up here. For me, very good. At least from experience, or bet me a draw from the experience. As psyche boys up, I can't jump. For me, I think that Ket had to learn from a very. And you may see any your man turn the criticism, and it looks like we're picking 1 or 2 lessons. I hope he said, obey me a rally the entirety of all I said a bit me a blast as a secure qualification. Now, man, you are forgetting the problems of your game, you know. But start from goalkeeping. Asari wasn't tested. 2 occasions, Ochre unconvincing area handling. Say, corner kick or banner. You unwe goalkeeper or lack confidence. Among what some person no na da.
As a hopopo kakaba because in hard to focus in kagbo easily.
Good. The stage, the platform, the moment, the crowd. And ma ultimately say or lack side no. So I expect Fatah Dauda. So obe working on the psyche. Na sa self belief na nkoye say Mohammed Fatah Kodru Johannesburg onma FMB Stadium or say we do on yam no. So if you don't work on him, or be panic commit an error mekai soa yeah the soa could that game be I think a Black Stars game or something and or you could see panic but go no so dem ko nim da unim say ordinarily onim go da but panic because of the environment, new situation, the stage, the platform, it will keep an in terms of defense, Schindler, but at least he was okay. But Jiku and Salisu, they were okay now because opponent he Obian one more offer area threat, ground duels. Bibian will be show Sadi and on the left back, Gideon was okay. In the middle, Pate a commande, or commande or
champion,
a certain level of quality, or the way more compare or more. Even though one exerting energy, and one who's a but or drawn you could see or you see the experience so much and or dictate the pace of the game and all that. Now, Oko anyone ma kuduzie. Now, at West Ham, West Ham have an opportunity to do take-ons, and that's why do now Kudus now the highest take-ons in the Premier League. Take-ons, only fine, but typically how Africans boy a game now. Typical African players on yard my own kosa on yard was and why the reason why I qualify for Saturday elsewhere in the Premier League. What trap player? Sa phone on Chaubi. No, La
Liga almost said that no, I'm refuse that one count. But African they beg
and I'm for criticizing because no, typically for African game, who side player and walk no we cry say yen boho said or born away now who san who can walk referee no cry he won't all agree with you say yes hard and never good player and mass and now or brain to one take on you release. No position, no ball. One take on you release. Oh, but so 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, contest. And there's no way a typical African defender or aggressive midfielder DM. Ebe Jaws obe Grisu announce or Roberto from I'm why a foul. So on working on that. Inaki nyago, Samuel nyago, Jordan nyago. So obe timi akase.
Salisu and Nyama.
Yeah, so typically we ball game now about 4 of your attackers obiya shego. What it means they say because we have all these attackers so omubenya sa level of confidence we now I build them say at least now panic now I say oba on shego no Inaki now can begin to settle on the second goal at least semenyo enya go e be raising the confidence sa game wey there for me it was a very good platform Ghana leverage on to start a new era. Ma be mo be and deceiving who say your team no aye. That is where we should establish that for say no be and deceiving for me. Born here Morocco near Bono.
Yes.
This is the biggest opportunity for us. Say Madagascar Bono. Bono and
Ghana leading the 2 points.
Typically a neutral venue. I was say yay. In fact, an advantage for because if you want to look at the Madagascans and the Ghanaians, even in Morocco, it's a game here open to all of them. We should be able to have more numbers than them. But can I say, Madagascar, based on the fact that the team are massive 10 points out of 5 games, on a bad opponent, it will be a very good test. What I see is the same approach na the ball Chad game a best completely because sa opponent way near boy a Chad game I consider 8 in 4 games and as I say about 13 in 5 games averagely or consider 3 goals per game. No, I say 1 goal. What it tells you is say opposition or the amount no and good opposition. But with Madagascar completely different. Midfield there the ball charge you to be compare this how midfield against them and yes they would have omobe twa fire so but I see say Niama bebre na boy a new era, a new government, a new sports minister, Ketenya a new ESCO, a new CAF executive membership, a new technical director, a new bebre na a conspire.
A new footballer.
I'm leverage on and raising the aura around Black Stars is good for our game.
It's good for our game. I think with 25 of the Ghana Premier League games, Ghost Stars and Hatchifuk and Ebo. Accra Lions, Legon Cities, Asante Kodoko, Ebebo, Basque Holy Stars. Carolina United enso ne Bechem United nebo afi Mediama ebebo Aduana Stars Brekum Chelsea enso ne Samatex ene de bo ani Vision FC ebo Nations FC Dreams enso ene Young Apostles nso atema ene Heart of Lions besi ne efe nan kasai but almost postponed still Ghost Stars at that 40 points Asante Kotoko toss me 39 Heart of Lions toss me and 37 Bechem toss 9 36 Hatchefuk toss 36 Nations toss 35 Woko Asewa and so atema almost mobile still efe nan kasai no omoda 16th 21 17th Carolina 19 afi Accra Lions echato Pepe
Oja
league games no baso baby amani wo ye Ghost Stars bo Hatchefuk at home only the table no has player back who kito omodo mo kopa ye Benjamin Asare Ben is not in the game na no game on boy who go bi omo consider Ghost Stars Asante Kotoko support house for Emma has ngonya draw na ha omo go se Ghost Stars ho da Kotoko se ne Holy Stars na say ne nko
abusua da se obrani nti obefa o course nti ye bo boss but baby a wo de ewie ye no na eho hia me pa wo ye league table no
yeah
so person who's a clubs ne bia sa so at my for last 2 games it wo mo
bi
ba wo da so lead obo
1 points
and for
19
na the other chi
the Accra Lions were music 13 na
enti
Lions was
se o cheki sa league table ya now here's so atamano kra no missy games but no any points of japan one ewo now ubusa baby I think the top liner Bibiani Dance Park
yes Ghost Stars Hatchefuk
she mon kasanchira watara mama wate nano miso jan kakra watara ne mfa ne serious ntino when a journalist is linking GPL title to Hatchefuk or quick to ask the journalist when a catch us here did I tell you that? Who told you that? Who told you that? Ne bu afu nyina ne say journalist ne any di Hatchefuk atem. Journalist ne disrespect Hatchefuk. Journalist ne say Esa has a bomb of the league coach ne bu afu Japan. Wonderful. Wonderful say ye the league target has. Na has a coach ne person tell me pesa me ne uni sa nkomo no. Ye kan kire ba bia ase ye kwose ye koji league. League we Japan.
Yes sir.
Sa game na has kobo no. A crucial for 3 teams. Has any Ghost Stars na bo 3 teams na sa game we ehun sunsun no a crucial at the moment. So the first team sa game we a crucial at the moment no Bibiani Ghost Stars the home team. If the penny Bibiani Ghost Stars enya sa 3 points we are because they have that insurance point. Yem kasa ko konkoje 3 Young Apostles no mo fa nye insurance no mo enya no. Ghost Stars ekoji wo baseke Holy Stars ho. Inti nei no Olidi Asante Kotoko by a point 40-39. So Ghost Stars for me no ka say sabro ma analyze say Kotoko will beat baseke Holy Stars. Now Kotoko 42. So they would have to win to move to 43. Yes. 1 point in insurance about them. So if they draw point, either losing or drawing. Asante Kotoko win pe Kotoko besano. Hatchefuk interest game with him. Abusia has 36 points. A win for Hatchefuk at the call 39. What that would mean is has at least ever one of the teams now or that's now or Gilly no. Aka within 1 point because Ghost Stars 40. The has 39. Then the difference between Hatchefuk and Ghost Stars 1. Say Ghost Stars a chance to win the league. Now Hatchefuk close in 1 pointer. Now I'm passing as Ghost Stars Gilly Gebe then Hatchefuk Gilly Gebe. Meaning what I say. Yeah. And na Kotoko ne bo ne match Kumase no. Game we say here because Kotoko nko win and for that top watch now. So a win for Asante Kotoko in tomorrow's game
And
don't want enough so they could come back top of the table.
Yeah.
Something must happen, and that thing about happen, I will be being must not be a win for BBN Gold Stars.
Must Hearts of Oak do that?
Hearts of Oak. I've
Sir,
explained to you, sir. Hearts are not doing that for Kotoko.
But for
Hearts
themselves.
are doing that, sir. Gold Stars, some know because Gold Stars G League.
Yes.
Omo G League are realistically be pay Gold Stars in Kotoko. So Hearts of Oak eshe Gold Stars are. Aka 1 point, no achi Gold Stars no G League be you know. E just Hearts so G League.
40-39.
It once Hearts of Oak with move about 39.
Yes.
Hearts of Oak next game or go home. Gold Stars next game or go away. All things being equal. So Hearts of Oak go home. No ko winning the game na home. That's what or shall we 39. No ko winning of the about 42. Na ja Gold Stars.
Hans ya also as a driver for Akoko or Muji League a coach buafi.
Saturday so coach Makazo a settings man. Ebra has a share yeah. Who's after Kotoko share has no. Has no smooth results out to
Yeah.
at that time no the coach said has a big club, it is not just the league. Has the SO Africa. No more shock before so. Has this the same coach. Eti coach in the settings, my know settings. But maybe the minim say ni nyina mu no. Abubakar Watara. So it's serious. It has game no more no. Even though has prevented BBN Gold Stars ever go to the advantage for Kotoko. But it is also an advantage to House of Folk if they can win and get into 1 point of reaching BBN Gold Stars, who are one of the favorites to win the league.
As a Kotoko game media, more conclude.
Yes, Kotoko Beshe.
Police Stars in Timmy now going to do.
Oh, I'm a bomb the about Kotoko Beshe. Sir, as I take Kotoko, no, no, question will say, Omo any home record, Omo Baba Bayano.
Yes.
Recorder. Me sure say
Abdullah Omon drop a point.
No.
Wow.
Kotoko about 3 games at Babayara. The Panisa 3 games now Kotoko Abon.
100% record.
Record no 100%. Kotoko share 10 goals. I consider 1.
Wow.
Kotoko after 15 points from possible 15 at Babayara. And yet Baseke Holy Stars. And Baba saying a China crowd here. I branded a day Abetamwa. Essentially back to the squad.
Wow.
Justice Blay back to the squad. Michael J. Jamana back. The only absentee and yet only of the hard journey. Andrews in Timanu.
Oh.
In Timanu, 3 yellow cards. Now only first round. Kotoko de Baseke Holy Stars. In Timanu, a service suspension wa movie.
Okay.
The 3 yellow cards na di kan oje the third one at that time Kotoko Young Apostles Emma a ruling out of Basket Holy Stars game. Anna was a yellow card. It was a message officially, but in his absence Kotoko enough. And Nuntina change number 8 to Aba and you Tinedu can play number 8 play Baby 6 in Intino. I think that Kotoko are sorted.
Okay, Pepe, it was say, I love you guys so much. Every time you read my message, I get so happy. My family really loves your show. Okay, Dennis, Jesse, and anyway, Abba Dennis, yeah, there's a mo, Michelle. I will say what the taxi driver said, Bishop Penny, I greet you and your crew. In fact, Pepe is a champion. Yesterday, he told us there will be many goals in the BLACKSTARS match, and it came to pass. But yesterday, the BLACKSTARS didn't play well. So, well is because